What's going on, everybody? Jason here from Accent Gamer. I am followed along with...
AZelectrokid here again, once again.
That is right, everybody. Yes, we're back. The duos are back. Didn't really know how else to say it. I was going to say the trios at first, but anyways. We're here for a good reason, guys, which is to celebrate the movie coming out, which is Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods, which is also exciting. Are you excited for this movie to come out?
Yes, indeed. I've been waiting for the DVD release so I can own it myself and watch it here at home.
Oh yeah, that's definitely for me as well. Like I'm so excited. I've told people before already. I've seen the Japanese version of this movie with the subtitles. I've not seen the English version yet, and I know a lot of people are sending me links to it and stuff, saying watch it. You can watch it now, you know. And I'm just like, no. I'm going to wait till the movie comes out, and I'm gonna watch this thing and be very more joyful to watch it than going like, I saw this already, you know, I could just put it with all my art collections like I've seen every single movie, you know.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna wait this out. So just to let you guys know, please don't send me any more links. I think I had like 10 people send me links to the movie. So please, I literally just understand why I really want to keep this as much special as all you guys are getting the movie for a reason. So, but anyways, let's talk about Dragon Ball Z in general, which is pretty much the whole point why we're celebrating it for the reason. So anyways, Nathan, what is one thing about Dragon Ball Z you like?
I think the one thing I like is that it can appeal to a lot of audience, and it stands out. You know, if a person doesn't really like the, anime in general, I think anyone can get a kick of Dragon Ball Z, and that's what I got out of it. Because for all those people that didn't know, I didn't grow up with Dragon Ball Z. I never watched it. That's like the cold hard truth. But I started watching it when I was in high school, my junior year, and ever since I watched it, I'm in love with it. And I think what attracts it to the audience is that how awesome it could be, just the action and the impact, and that's what I got from Dragon Ball Z. I think Dragon Ball Z in a whole, you'll get your action, you'll get your laughs, you get your little emotion times, and it's all enjoyable for like every type of audience, from kids to grown-ups. And I think that's what makes Dragon Ball Z cool, because it's a multiverse thing, and that's what I like about it. It's amazing. It will always continue to this day.
Oh yeah. This is going to be continuing for a while, and if you, I know you don't have the Blu-ray versions for the sagas, but like it says on the package for the Blu-ray sagas, it literally says legends never die, and this is what the show is going to be about. Is the show is never going to die, even if it goes off air for another 10 more years. Let's say from 10 years from now, let's say they're going to stop Dragon Ball Z for 10 more years, right? They're still going to bring it back either way. It doesn't matter what's going to happen. They're going to still bring this back. Like, there's going to be, like Alex has been saying and stuff, like, it's always going to be passed down to someone to do it next generation and stuff like that. And they're going to try to find a specific way that Akira Toriyama is looking at it. And hopefully they do it that way, because literally, if they go down the GT way, we're pretty much screwed already. But, but if it does go the way that Akira Toriyama is doing it, then, we're going to really enjoy it. Even, like, when we turn, like, 40 or something, like, we're going to see Dragon Ball Z come out, and we're just going to be like, all of us all together, maybe, and just be like, when we were young, we loved this show, and today we still love it today, and like, and that's the one thing about it, like, it doesn't matter how old you are for this show, and because there's so much, like, I don't want to say it's not really a kid show and all, but, like, there's so much, like, maturity, like, jokes and stuff like that, and sure, they throw in some kiddie jokes here and there, because, they're trying to get the younger audience as well, but at the same time, it's like, as a child, like, I grew up on this, like, there was no doubt, I grew up on it, so, literally, I saw it on TV one time, and I was just like, oh, what's this show? So I watched it because pretty much, like, there's this one TV station that you always watch during the weekday for kids. It's always after school. There's always, like, that weekly thing to have a TV show of. So, but anyways, I was just watching it, and it was a new show for the year, and I was just like, oh, I wonder what this is gonna be all about. And the funniest thing is, like, there's blood, everywhere. There's people giving middle fingers, people are swearing in this show and stuff like that, and it was just so enjoyable that that I don't think really adults really looked at it that way, because they're just like, it's a cartoon, who cares, like, well, I know it's not really a cartoon show, but it's anime, but in adults' eyes, it's cartoon. It's gonna be cartoon to the last generation before us. It's always gonna be like that, unless like they're really big fans of the show. Other than that, for people that don't really know Dragon Ball Z or any kind of anime in general, they're gonna think of this as cartoon. So this is pretty much why lots of parents just said, why not? It's on, your kid's show, watch it, it should be fine. But they didn't really pay attention to the whole blood and stuff like that. But we really enjoyed it. We loved it. It was just something about that TV show that I don't think anyone has ever seen on TV before, where we actually got to see, like, a freaking huge hole in front of Raditz and Goku, and like there's like blood. He's like barfing blood out while he's like dying and stuff, and no one ever saw that on TV, because it was always like, oh yeah, we're like little kiddies here, like nothing ever happens in the world for kids, and then you just see this show and it's just like, yes, this is what we've been waiting for all of our lives. So I'm really glad that it came out around that time, because not to be mean to the new generation and all, but with the laws nowadays and all for Dragon Ball Z, this show would not be really, good for kids and all. Like, parents are more wondering what the kids are watching nowadays and stuff. So I'm kind of glad that it did come out around this time. So it kind of brought in more people into it, like even the new generation still, because like pretty much the older generations know about this show already. So they're just like, I watched as a child, you watch it now, So that's a good way of how they actually started out. So I'm very happy that they had it in the 90s instead of later on. So I'm happy for that. So but anyways, let's get to more topics about Dragon Ball Z. So what is one of your favorite characters at all?
It would have to be well, obviously off the bat it's gonna be Goku.
Yeah.
Well, just like his character in general is just like perfect. It's nice, and sometimes I question him sometimes, so that's always good about a character. If you question them, it's like, huh.
Yeah.
I guess my top three now would be Goku, Vegeta, and then Beerus Bills from Battle of Gods. I started to love that character more and more. Each time I watch him, like, you know what? I think he is better than, I don't know, what was it, my old character? I like Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan, or just Teen Gohan in general. But then I thought about him, like, Beerus, I like that guy.
There's just something about Beerus, like, I like, even the person that like you did a voice acting of, like even him in an interview, like he was like, this isn't like a normal god of destruction. This is like, a guy that loves to eat, he loves to sleep, he's a little bit foolish at times. You can tell the way he acts and all. But like you can tell, like he has a temper. Like that's the only thing that makes him want to destroy planets is his temper. Other than that, he's just some guy that loves to eat anything he can find and sleep half the time. I guess you could say he's like not the dangerous person on Earth, I guess you could say. But yeah, like there's just something about Beerus that's awesome. And I guess for my top three, it would be Goku, Vegeta, and Beerus. I do have to say though, before Battle of Gods came out, my top three was actually Goku, Vegeta, and Piccolo, because I found like even through the Frieza saga, like he was like, oh my god, like even through the Android saga, he was tough. Like Piccolo just like came like the worst character of all, and then they brought him back, and he was just like, so you guys thought that I'm already out? Well, guess what? I found another way to get stronger, and guess what? I'm gonna kick your ass. Like that's pretty much how he was, and that's one thing I really enjoy about that character of Piccolo, is because like he's one of those mysterious type characters that you don't really know what's going on, but at the same time, like he he wants to show that he doesn't care, but then at the same time you can tell that he actually cares about the Earth a lot, especially with Kami, because like Kami's the guardian of the Earth, so he's got to care about something, of course, because he's connected. So why not? But there's just something about Piccolo that I really thought was so interesting about him. So, anyways, so now we got our favorite characters out of the way. What's a villain? Who is a favorite villain?
I would have to say Cell. I mean, I thought Frieza at first because he's like this. If you ever think of Frieza, he's like this galactic overlord who rules space.
Yeah.
He was in the black. He was trading planets. Like how cool that he's like a mob member of space, basically.
Yeah.
It's just like the. But then I thought about him. Like I think I like Cell more because he's probably one of the smartest villains there is in the Dragon Ball Z series, just because he's what Dr. Gero created him to be, like one of the smartest. Perfection. That's what his whole thing was about. And I like about Cell is that he can absorb different abilities and learn and adapt to other people's abilities. And it's like this character is smart but yet powerful. He has a brain and he also has smarts. I would say a super Majin Buu Piccolo Absorb is smart. But yet again, who's smarter, Piccolo or Cell? That's a good
Piccolo
question.
or Cell?
Depend. Yeah, who's smarter, Piccolo or Cell?
I think I'd probably go with Cell because, like, not to say because he's an android and all. It's just like he knows Piccolo with the back of his hand. Like he already knows every single detail about, and he knows everybody else's attack. He knows Vegeta's. He knows Goku. He knows like Gohan. Besides him going Super Saiyan 2, but other than that, like that's one thing about Cell. He knows everything about people. So
yeah, that's why he's gonna be my favorite character. So
yeah.
What would be your favorite villain? What would be your favorite villain?
I think I would have to go on Frieza with this one because I don't know, just something about the Frieza saga. Like I always look back at it, like even though like the I shouldn't say graphics because there's literally no graphics, but the animation in general wasn't the best at that time for the Frieza saga. Like it improved a bit from from the beginning of the Frieza saga all the way to the end. I do have to say, but I think I would go with Frieza on this one because a lot of like even Akira Toriyama, I think this is like his favorite villain because in general, like there's so much backstory to Frieza like that we don't really know about. Like we didn't even know that Frieza was actually Beerus's assistant to do his bidding of destroying planets for him. Like we didn't even know about that, and like I thought that was pretty cool to hear about that because it's just like Beerus just wakes up and is like, so did not Cell, but Frieza do my bidding of killing Planet Vegeta? And like, that's like pretty much saying like, it wasn't really Frieza's idea of destroying the planet. It was actually Beerus that told him to do it. Like, sure, maybe Frieza was toying around with the planet for a bit, and then he was just like, okay, I think it's time to blow it up. But like, there's just something about Frieza. You can tell he's really evil. He's pure evil in general. He thinks he's the best person in the world and universe in general. Like he thinks nobody can beat him. And then when Goku came, like there was just something about Frieza. You can tell that he was like shocked that like a Super Saiyan is here, and like he felt so like I guess you could say he didn't feel so powerful like after that. And that's one of the things I really enjoy about Frieza because he thought he was like some terrorized person. Because even Frieza didn't even know about Buu, and apparently Boo's been living for years, like centuries. So like that kind of points out right there that Frieza doesn't really know the universe at all. But at the same time, he just thinks that he can do anything he wants with the universe. Like, and that's one thing I really enjoy about this character for a villain, because it's like he can torment anybody, and he can be so happy about that. And Frieza, not Frieza, but Cell doesn't really torment people. Like, like sure, he could have killed Vegeta, he could have killed Trunks right there and then, but he was just like, no, you know what, I'm gonna be nice to you guys, I'm gonna throw a tournament to give you guys a chance, like Frieza wouldn't have done that. Like if Frieza was Cell in general, Frieza would have destroyed Vegeta and Trunks instantly, and then probably said, well, pretty much if no one else can destroy me, really like show up and try to kill me, well then it's pointless and just blow up this whole planet. Like Cell actually said we're gonna have a whole week to wait, so it's like he actually had a heart a bit, so he kind of was still a villain, but you could still notice that he had a bit of a heart, not too much, but just enough.
I think Frieza coming back when he was Mecha Frieza,
Yeah.
that kind of explains, like, right away he wanted to destroy the planet. He's like, Dad, let's go destroy Earth.
Yeah, and he even knew that Goku was on the way. And he was just like, we're blowing up this planet before even Goku gets on this damn thing. Like, this is how freaking pissed off he was. He was just like, frig Goku for this. We're going to do something that he loves the most, and we're going to destroy it. He destroyed my pride. Now it's his turn to destroy something that he likes in general. So, that I think that's one thing that he tried to manage to get. So, but seeing Frieza come back was kind of pointless in general. Like, not to say it was pointless and all, but like, just seeing Trunks just like slice him and he's done. Like, that was just like, yeah, that was a little pointless, but thank you anyways for putting that in the story. But anyways, what would be another thing? Well, what I guess you could say, what were some predictions of the show? Like, what did you start on for Dragon Ball Z? Was it the Frieza saga or the Cell, or did you start from scratch?
I started from scratch with
Oh, okay.
I started. Well, here's the thing. When I first watched Dragon Ball Z, I started with Dragon Ball Z Kai, and I watched Dragon Ball Z Kai from Saiyan Saga, and then to the end of Frieza Saga, but not the very end.
Yeah.
They just started fighting, but they didn't finish their fight. And then, like, each time I watched it on this certain channel, they would keep restarting it. I'm like, are you serious? So I saw, like, the Saiyan Saga, like, maybe, like, 3 times. So I saw the Kai version of Saiyan Saga, like, at least 3 times, and then the Frieza Saga maybe, like, twice. And then, eventually, what I did is find the episodes online, and I, like, started it from the fight from Frieza versus Goku, and then I moved on from there from the original series.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's how I watched Dragon Ball Z.
Okay. You seen the whole original though in general now, right?
Except the Saiyan Saga.
Okay. I do have to say the Saiyan Saga was a little bit more for the original, because like you probably didn't really see blood and stuff at the beginning.
Not really.
No. Yeah. See, you kind of missed out at that point, because there was really good points. Like, I know, sure, and plus the dialogue was different. I'm gonna point this out. The dialogue was a lot different through the Kais than the original. Because in general, instead of Raditz saying that, I'm just warming up at the end of the episode where Goku and Piccolo were shocked, he actually says to them that if you guys think I'm tough, wait till you actually have to meet the next 2 Saiyans if you ever defeat me. And they were shocked at that point. Because, that's a lot more better than saying, well, yeah, I'm just warming up. It's like, oh my god, you're just warming up. Like, we've been doing a lot, But, like, hearing the words, like, if you think I'm this tough, like, wait till the next 2 show up. Like, that points out right there and then, like, that Goku and Piccolo were screwed right that whole time, And I think they should have brought back some of the words in general, like kept the phrases the same, but unfortunately they changed any kind. But I'm not going to get into negativity because this is supposed to be positive because it's celebration for Dragon Ball Z. But anyways, to point out the original, it was really good, especially with the animations with the blood and stuff, because it really pointed out a lot more than, Raditz dying and him not spitting blood out in Kai, because, like, there was more an effect to it, because, like, when he was on the ground, like, sure, you probably heard him go, like, oh, like, I'm speaking in a low voice of dying, like, there was actually animations where he was, like, speaking, but at the same time, he's, like, coughing blood up on the side, and he's just, like, he's talking, he's like, and then he's talking back again to them, and he's, so, I really like how the original was made that way, so, it was a lot better, and like I said, I don't want to get into negativity for this thing, but there's something about Kai I don't like. But that I'm gonna go as far as that for negativity. So, Anyways, let's get off of that topic and let's talk about the movie a bit because that's what we're celebrating. So, what are some things about the movie you enjoyed?
New story, just in general. I think, thinking about the movie was that I really enjoy that they brought in some new characters such as like Beerus and Whis, and
Mm-hmm.
they expanded. I think the favorite thing about this, they expanded the Dragon Ball Z universe to a whole different level where there's, now there's 12 different universes in general.
Yeah.
It just makes the world bigger. You thought like, oh, you thought like the Kais were the top of the food chain. Then you got Beerus and all of that. And it just expands the universe. And it just explains a lot more about like what's more out there with the Dragon Ball Z universe. I think that's what I liked about it. And like, there's more out there. That's what's cool. Now, Goku himself can go find more if he wanted to. I think that's what I liked about the movie when they showed that.
Yeah. I like it, like you were saying about the 12 universes and stuff. I actually really enjoyed that part because it was just like, oh yeah, Beerus is like saying, well, we're not the only ones around here, like sure we're the god of destruction, but it doesn't mean like we're the only god of destructions in the universes in general. So that actually brings up a really good way because they could actually have so many different characters to play as the god of destruction from different universes and stuff like that. And I think that'd be pretty cool to see something like that, like seeing like all the universes. Like they could even make a series out of that, like the multiverse thing, like seeing different kinds, like Planet Vegeta's still alive and all that stuff. That would be actually pretty cool to see something like that.
It would be cool.
Yeah. And just like you were saying about the characters, like Bills and Whis, like we didn't even know that there was going to be anything about gods in Dragon Ball Z at all, like at all. Like when we got the Kid Buu saga, it was just like, okay, that's that's all, it's finished. Like we would think like another villain, someone stronger than Kid Buu. Like we weren't thinking like, oh, we actually have gods. We're gonna throw gods, and they're gonna be more powerful than everybody. And it's just like this is the first time that we actually get to see Goku admit that he's not strong. Like, sure, he's admitted like through other times. Like even through the Dragon Ball Z movies, like I don't know if you saw every single Dragon Ball Z movie, but there's a few movies where, like I remember Lord Slug, like even King Kai said like there's someone looking after Goku, like there's no doubt about it, and that proves a point that Goku got help somehow, like there was no way because he would get killed by Slug if like he didn't like somehow try to get like the fake form of a Super Saiyan that way, but you know but like that's what Akira Toriyama was trying to bring out to the viewers. Like it's not Goku always winning the fights. Like it's not like Goku always knows how to win a fight. Like sure he knows like how to get people's weaknesses and stuff, but doesn't mean like he knows to like actually get it perfectly. So and that's one thing I really like about Goku is he's really strategic and he knows how to like take the guy down somehow, but like there's been times where he needed help badly, and I think that's what really made the show great was everybody helped out some way and somehow, so that way. Oh boy, Yamcha. I don't know what to say about that. But like yeah, it was really interesting to like see that all put together. So and speaking of which, speaking about Yamcha, I can't believe they actually did a clip of Yamcha talking in Battle of Gods, and I thought that was so hilarious because it was about freaking rock, paper, scissors in the movie, and I was just like, wow. You seen that, right?
It's an extra footage, isn't it?
I don't know. I saw it with the extended version for the Japanese version, so maybe that's it. Oh no, I ruined it.
Like I've seen some extras, but not that one. I haven't seen
Okay. well, I guess I shouldn't really spoil it because everybody wants to see this 20-minute extension. So, hopefully it's not that because that would be kind of suck because that means I already saw the extended version, but it was pretty short, so I don't think that's what it was. So, um, but yeah, it like just the Yamcha part in general. It was weird because pretty much like Bills was doing the rock paper scissors with the what's his name? That pig. I forget that pig. Oolong, yeah. And Yamcha was giving him strategic way of how to beat him with rock paper scissors. And Bills is just like, I can hear everything you're saying, right? So like that points out how stupid Yamcha is in general. So, um, and I think that's one thing I really enjoyed about Battle of Gods is like they pointed that out. They really, really pointed that out that everybody hates Yamcha. Okay, we're gonna point this out easily right now. Um, but yeah, just in Dragon Ball in general is just awesome, and I can't wait to see like the second movie is gonna happen. So that's coming out. I don't know. There's so many rumors about the second movie. I just want to point out, guys, for the rumor parts, I'm not gonna do an update on it right away. I like Alex that did like predictions. Like I don't know how many times he's done. I think it was like 3 times. 3 times, something like that. I don't know. He did a bunch. That's all I gotta say. But I'm gonna wait it out because like, why have rumors when you can actually have the real facts? You know what I mean? I think that's better than saying what's the rumor about nowadays. So, so pretty much just wait for the update for that movie. So, but yeah. Anyways, you got anything else you want to talk about Dragon Ball Z or?
Maybe in another time.
Maybe another time. All right.
Definitely.
Well,
so much to talk about. I could go on for hours.
Okay. Well, we still got a few more minutes to talk to, so just any.
I would say favorite scenes from Dragon Ball Z. Favorite moments.
Oh God. What to choose?
I know there's so many.
I would probably go with the fight with Cell. Gohan versus Gohan versus Cell. The fight with Frieza with Goku. I think the interesting part was also Goku versus Vegeta. And I do have to say Vegito versus Super Buu Gohan Absorb. I think that was a good fight as well. So
that was a good fight.
Yeah. Anyways, you got some or?
I was gonna say almost all the transformations are the most epic things I've ever seen. Like when Goku first went Super Saiyan, it's like wow.
Yeah, that was pretty epic.
I think that's what got to me the most. Like the whole Super Saiyan thing got to me when I'm first watching Dragon Ball Z and I started learning about like the characters and what Super Saiyan was.
Yeah.
I was like, it's so crazy how they talk about power levels and how Goku so strong just in his base form. Like holy crap, this guy's strong, and Frieza too, just in the base form.
Yeah.
And then when he got to Super Saiyan, and then like Super Saiyan 2 and Super Saiyan 3, I'm like, this is way out. It's crazy how much power jump there is when I first watched it, because they were bragging so hard in their base form, and then it's like to see them go Super Saiyan. I think that was like one of the best moments. Super Saiyan, whatever, every level of Super Saiyan they ascended to, I loved it because it's like they're out there now, like, more powerful.
Yeah, like I do have to say, like watching like the series now for Frieza, like when first Goku turned Super Saiyan, nowadays it's just normal in general to watch it, but like your first experience now, I like probably you guys that are listening to this, your first experience of like seeing the Super Saiyan Goku was like the biggest, like most epic thing ever happened to Dragon Ball Z in general. Like I was shocked. Like I was like so surprised of like how powerful Goku got as a Super Saiyan, because he was just like, there's no way we could kill Frieza. The Spirit Bomb, hopefully it worked. And I thought after that point that was it, but they were like, no, there's more. There's more coming at you. And like Frieza comes back, and then just one click hit Goku because of Krillin, and it just made him turn into the Super Saiyan form, which was like the most amazing thing of all, because everybody was wondering why Goku was just like so angry all of a sudden, and you could see lightning in the background, and everyone's just wondering like what is going to happen, like what is happening, and then just at that moment, bam, he's a Super Saiyan, and I'm just like, what the frig just happened? Because it was like the most epic thing, and like even like you were saying, like it's the biggest thing of all to see something like that happen, and then like seeing like down the road, like Super Saiyan 2. Like Super Saiyan 2 didn't really get a big epic moment. Like people just knew off by hand they were Super Saiyan 2 pretty much. But when Super Saiyan 3 came, that was pretty epic as well. So,
Oh yeah, that whole.
yeah, showing Majin Buu that he can go Super Saiyan 3, I was just like, wait, what? And I was just like, oh my god, what's this gonna be like? And I thought that was pretty cool. So, but any more scenes, or is that all?
No, that'll be pretty all. I think the transformations are my favorite part of Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. I think the fights and the transformations are pretty
Yeah,
much
the fights as well.
everybody's.
Definitely the fights.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, comment below. What's your favorite scene? What is your favorite villain? And pretty much anything we've asked each other, me and AZelectrokid, questions pretty much. So comment down below. It'd be pretty cool to hear your answers. Like I said, we're celebrating Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods movie coming out, and this is a marathon, guys. We're gonna be throwing Dragon Ball Z, hopefully a lot, all weekend long. And we'll see you guys in the next episodes for more celebrating Dragon Ball Z. Anyways, that's it for now. Thank you, AZelectrokid, for being around to celebrate this with me. And any last words before we leave?
I don't know. Just gotta say take care, guys, and you guys have a good day and a good night.
Alrighty, guys. Take care, everybody. Peace out, everybody. And let the Saiyans rise. That's right, everybody. Peace out, everybody. Have a great day.